off one of his own fingers in the process. Of course, someone had the presence of mind to wrap the finger, along with the missing piece, and hasten him off to the community hospital. Then yesterday, our Cocker Spaniel puppy, Copper, knocked over the bird bath in the backyard, breaking several terracotta pots along the walkway. Mom scolded the poor thing up one side and down the other. Really, 'twas a shame the way she laid into him, but that's her way of handling most any conflicting situation. Take the bull by the horns and show 'em who's boss. Other than those mishaps, we've had a real pleasant autumn, I'd say. But just the other day, Mom remarked that she hated to see the chillin' winds come and benumb the posies. Of course, I agreed with her, though I can't actually see the nipped blossoms any more than I can make out my own little girl's features. But I do remember how the early frost used to make bedding flowers turn dark and shrivel up. Mom and I, with some help from Annie, who pushed up a kitchen chair to stand on, baked a batch of molasses cookies to serve to our B&B guests at our afternoon tea. We topped the morning off with a steamy mug of hot cocoa, and all the while Mom bemoaned the fact that snowy months were just around the corner. My heart feels more like the onset of springtime, though I don't know exactly what's come over me. Even little Annie seems to notice the bounce in my step. Mom, on the other hand, acts as though she's downright put out with me. And if what I expect is true, she has it in her head that the fruit basket got upset back in September when a New York City journalist paid a visit here at the Orchard Guest House. I'll have to admit, Philip Bradley did raise quite a ruckus, finding Gabe Esch's love note the way he did. But I believe God put that old postcard in Philip's hands. And honestly, I don't care what the people say or think, or anybody else for that matter. Out-and-out timely was his discovery of Great Uncle Gabe's story, hushed up under a covering of mystery far too long. "Rachel," my father said to me last night at supper, "you have no idea what that New York fella did, coming and digging up the past, finding Gabe's note that-a-way. No idea at all." Oh, but I did know. For sure and for certain, Philip was the best thing that had happened here in Bird in Hand in recent years, and whether or not the journalist ever returned to do research or write more plain articles was beside the point. Fact was, he'd changed the entire landscape of a good many lives, especially mine. Part 1. 'Tis the gift to be simple, 'tis the gift to be free, 'tis the gift to come down where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in the place just right, 'twill be in the valley of love and delight. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend, we shan't be ashamed. To turn, turn will be our delight, till by turning, turning, we come round right. Shaker Hymn, 1848. Chapter 1. Manhattan's skyscrapers jeered down at him as he flung open the door of the cab and crossed the narrow, congested street. Behind him, yellow cabs zigzagged in and out of indefinable traffic lanes, blaring their horns. Side by side, late-model cars, shiny limousines, mud-splashed delivery trucks, and pristine tour buses waited for the light to change, exuding puffs of exhaust, each contributing to the chaos typical of New York City's business district. The glassed entrance to the Lafayette Building, where the editorial offices of Family Life magazine were located, on the 34th floor, revolved with an endless tide of humanity, ebbing and flowing. Pulling his overcoat against his tall, lean frame, Philip Bradley pushed through the crush of the crowd, leaning into the bitter December wind. At the portico, he nodded to the Salvation Army volunteer with the red velvet Santa suit, ringing a small but mighty brass bell, the plinking of which added to the hubbub. "Merry Christmas," the would-be Santa called to Philip, and the young journalist stuffed a $5 bill, his first contribution of the season, into the donation box. "Bless you," Santa sang out.